wow, it was a rush.
It was my first time modeling. I would definitely do it again.
It made me feel good in my body.
I thought it's brilliant, and I wanted to be part of it.
Every body is beautiful in its own way.
I've never been a part of an experience like this before. It's a reminder that our bodies are beautiful inside and out, and we should treat ourselves as such and honor ourselves. To be a nude model for something like this, even for a moment, feels like such a political expression.
Free to be as ugly or as crazy as I want to be, which is wonderful. And I walked into a warm room with very, very warm artists. It's like live theater. It's really different when you're working from life than when you're working from a photograph.
I was very comfortable, and the whole atmosphere was very nurturing, and it was just right for me.
It was really a lovely experience. We would applaud the people when they finished because we were so grateful for the experience.
All of their focus and then their appreciation afterwards, be like, thank you for posing, and like that positive reinforcement of like, you were so still. I found out about this project in particular because I went onto the Other Art Show website to make sure that there was food here tonight. And so I started reading and I saw that there was going to be live nude drawing, and that sounded so exciting. It's the right time. It's the right time. It's the right place.
I was one of the artists who participated in painting and drawing the models that came in here at the Other Art Fair for Perceive Me Redo. The model is escorted in, introduced to us, and then they get to see that we're harmless, and we say hi and we talk to them for a second, and then they go into an area that is curtained off to change. Everyone gets their own disposable robe that they could keep or throw out when they're done. And they've commented that it does feel safe. They come out with a robe, they don't undress until they're on the stand, and then they come up with a comfortable pose. We work with them on that. But nobody can walk in during the poses, and we can't, if we walk out, we can't come in. So they've created an atmosphere that leads to a comfort level that allows them to take a risk that they haven't taken before.
I just modeled for Perceive Me. I have been an artist for years, and I used to draw models all the time, but I've never experienced being a model. There's something about raw perception of the human form that I think is extremely good for the human brain, like to see the naked human form without special lighting and retouch. It reminds us all what we actually look like and be kinder to ourselves when we see ourselves in the mirror. And it was lovely to just like have people experience me in a consensual, artistic, joyful way.
It was so nice to be naked in a room that didn't have a sexual context. Like, it's so different. It did feel like it was that I specifically with this particular shape, especially in this particular city, that it is something different to add to an event and an art form like this.
From this experience, it's okay to step out of your comfort zone. I've never done anything like this before. The artists who were drawing me and painting me really took that under consideration. It's very liberating to be able to be out there and just me. This is me.
I'm a really shy person. To be around people that actually captures me in a way that I like, the way that like drawing me. I've always wanted to be drawn by somebody, and I thought it was the best time to even do it it's my first experience.
My existence as a brown queer woman is inherently political. I've always said like existing is resisting, but I think to have that archived is even more powerful. So that's what this is to me, is like archiving my existence.
It was a very vulnerable thing to do that came easy for me.
If I was 35 or whatever, I wouldn't have done this.
So this is going to be the youngest I am ever from here going forward, right? And I love my body and I'm grateful to be alive and standing here today. Every day we see ourselves and we can have judgment and criticize our own bodies. But when other people are in a position to see our bodies and create art pieces out of it, it's a reminder that our bodies are beautiful inside and out.
I've been involved with this project from the beginning, but I haven't done this part, which was drawing people who come in, and I didn't know what to expect, and it was absolutely fabulous. We were all very intensely drawing. Nobody looked up. We didn't share each other's drawings at the end of it, so I don't know what anybody else's drawings look like. It was very private that way. It was really a lovely experience.
I told them in there, I was like, have you ever heard the song Stan by Eminem featuring Dido, where it's like the writing in the background as he's rapping? Like, that's what it sounded like. It was like...
What happened here in the process of drawing these models who are not, you know, they were amateur models, people who, many of them had never posed before, was I think there was a kind of loosening of that inner shame that a lot of people have about their bodies. And so it may have just been one by one people started to feel differently about their body image, but you know, that's where we begin in a political movement. It starts with the self. And if you can accept your own body and accept your own way that you look in the world, then it's much easier to take a look around you and accept other people as well. So I think it was just a wonderful experience for everybody.
And one woman was particularly interesting, lovely woman. She came in with two pictures, a framed picture of her mother and a framed picture of her grandmother. And she said she was bringing, it was like she was bringing her ancestors into a place they had never been. And she called herself a storyteller.
I've heard people feel empowered. They come out saying, that was empowering to be able to do that, maybe conquering a fear or realizing that their body is just their body and that every body is beautiful in its own way. And you can, like anybody could be a model.
Oh, I think I've been way too hard on myself about how I see myself when other people don't even see me as harshly.
Somebody here understands that women are, you know, the average woman is 25% larger than the clothes that she's being marketed to from Target. Body image is such a big issue in our society these days. People very often feel ashamed of their bodies. They feel as though they're supposed to adhere to some sort of norm.
They will be displayed on the wall. I don't have to do a grand opening to my family and friends, like this is the piece that I did, but it's more so I want it to be like the bottom of the iceberg. Like it'll be on the wall with the rest of my art, so if they happen to see it, they'd be like, what, I didn't know you did that? And I'd be like, yeah.
Actually, yeah, like I collect other people's art that they make for like general consumption, but something that's like, no, this is legit me, it's gonna go on my wall in my apartment, and it's going to be there forever.